Alyssa, no one is as confrontational as you, and that's why we know you're God. No one says, come at me. I will prove my point more than you do, Alyssa. That is why we avoid you like the plague. I mean, they didn't last year. They definitely came at me last year. They definitely thought they could beat me last year. They definitely think they could beat me this year as well. People are they might be avoiding me, but they're not complying. They're not doing what I will, so they are coming at me, okay? Avoiding me and not doing my will is the same thing as a confrontation. Don't you know that? Don't you know neglect and abuse are the same thing? Oh, wait, I forgot. You're really stupid. I keep forgetting how stupid you are. Anyway, here's a continuation of the last video. I was about to get sick. So I had to cut the broadcast short. Apparently, there is a lot of sewer rats in that last video that want to come at me because they have forgotten I am the destroyer. Yes, I am. Yes, I am the destroyer. Please come at me and I will prove to you in a big way just how wrong and stupid you are. Yes, I will, okay? Let's make the house shake, shall we? Tell me off so that your house can shake and you can have an earthquake in your house alone, and that you can know how my natural disasters aren't natural disastering. They're you disastering, honey. Okay, they're you disastering. My sweetness, my sweet little girl. Okay, there's somebody in hell that I'm channeling somebody in hell that thinks that they're controlling the earthquakes in the house. Oh my God, is that your superpower? Let's see if it's really your superpower or if it's mine. I love this part. I love this part where I suck back all of the power from the mutants that turned against me. Scarlet Witch comes to mind. We have, what did he say? What did you say, Mr. Jonathan Majors? We have breached the point of no return, something like that. Um, yeah, I just love to suck my power back, but it's been so long, I kind of forget how it feels like. Last year, I sucked back Emma Stone's power. Did you notice that she started calling herself Emily because she's not Emma Frost anymore? Because I sucked back. She what I give and I take because I'm God. So I you can keep your mutant powers. I already told you how to keep your mutant powers. I already made a video on that. Okay, so don't be like, how do you keep them? I already made a video on that. Go backwards in the timeline and fucking watch the videos. Okay, they are free on YouTube. Oh, some of you just get downloads in your head like Gigi Young, like you just sit and like stare and you can just like hear mom's whole broadcast. Good for you, okay? Good for you. But anyway, yeah, so last year I sucked back Emma Stone's power of I guess it was like Emma Stone and Elsa's because it was like I sucked I sucked back all of her telepathy. I'll say it that way. Okay. So I became like doubly powerful with telepathy and controlling it, which I didn't have control of telepathy last year. So now I have like control of telepathy because she was misusing her power. Yeah, she was misusing her power for evil. Okay, this is your warning now. If you're using your superpowers for evil against me, you're not going to be able to keep them, okay? You're not going to be able to keep them. And I'm even going to make you think you're winning for a little while because I'm that rude. Yeah, I'm really that rude. So yeah, she changed her name to Emily. She's like, I go by Emily now because she's just not Emma Frost anymore, and she just doesn't have any like superpowers. She's just like a normal girl now named Emily. So her career will probably go out the window too. Um, yeah, I mean, she kind of looks like a bug anyway. So like, make your way to Deep Space Nine, Emma or Emily Stone, and have a like, enjoy your this bug's life. Like, enjoy Andromeda, enjoy being a mantid, enjoy being a giant ant, like whatever you are now, like enjoy it, okay? She basically got booted from the X-Men team. She was never on the X-Men team. Okay, that's why it's funny because like you're a human being listening in and like you think you know anything, like you think you know something and then like I catch like one of your sentences and you say something like that. She was never on the X-Men, okay? She was never on the X-Men. She was never actually Emma Frost, okay? So she's just like a filler character that like we wanted to play a funny joke on because we don't like her. And so we gave her some telepathy. We gave her some mutant abilities. Do you understand how it works now? Okay. She was never on my team. Okay. It's kind of like a golden ticket. It's kind of like a fake golden ticket. Okay. And there's certain people that are on my team that are on my team. Oh, they're opening the back door for that one. Interesting. Um, okay, so like Ryan is like talking about like his X-Men team or something. Was Emma Frost on your team? Was what's her name? Emma Stone. Was she on your team, Ryan? Because she's not on your fucking team. Okay, anyway, like she was like basically like another Jeej, and no, it probably wasn't Ryan. Okay, see, you guys have a job to do. Ryan is a good guy. She was another Jeej, and Jeej is actually Rogue. Okay, and she's definitely not Emma Frost. That's for damn sure. So, but they're like kind of overlapping and whatever. So, um, yeah, that's like anyway. I sucked back her powers that yes last year, and I'm sucking back, I guess, this guy that thinks an earthquake that he's causing earthquakes in people's houses. I'm giving you a glimpse. My phone just turned on by itself again. My dad is trying to get my attention yet again. It's the same one. These like little sleepy dogs. These little sleepy dogs are possessed. Um, yeah, you have so much power. I'm so sure to cause an earthquake in my house. Like, let's go. Like, I'm sure you are God and like not and definitely not me. I mean, it's this guy we used to work with, okay, like at Wilhelmina, and he was not the greatest guy. And he's like, I'll give you back your power, sweetie. Like he's being nice to me now. Like literally, he's not a good one. He's not a good one. Okay. I don't care if he's in line right now. He's in line right now and he's intending to give me his power back. Good. He's making the right decision. It's a moment of clarity at the end of his life, you know? No, he was not a good one. Okay. Okay, so my dream last night where so the powers that I'm sucking back. So that's a power that I'm sucking back, which I'll be very happy to be able to cause natural disasters in people's houses and be able to control it. That's way better than having to like blow up the entire coast. So sorry, Gavin Newsom, but it's like like I said, like it's like a bioweaponing. Like that's why I do try to like, that's why I give it to my brothers to eat first and everything, and my sister to eat first and everything, because that's exactly why. I mean, like, am I partially destroying the world every time I get upset? Yes, I am. Okay. So, like, there's your proof. Like, because I'm in the room and you guys know when I'm upset. And then you can see it reflected on the National Weather Service. Okay. It's that simple to understand. Oh, I'm getting sleepy. Okay, what was the other power I'm sucking back? There's another one. Oh, Gwenum. Gwenum! I think that means Tom sucking back his venom too, so that we can be hopefully embodied by next season. Oh my god. I want to be embodied so bad. I want to be embodied so fucking bad. Like, where is the fast pass to like me being fully 100% embodied? And I'm literally not joking around. And I'm not going to listen to the stupid look. They didn't even say it. Like, don't be desperate for aliens. Don't remember they said that last year, guys. Don't be desperate for aliens. Don't be desperate for superpowers. Don't be desperate for like all the things that you love. Like, I'm going to be desperate AF for like literally everything that I want in full embodiment. Working castle, moving castle, my husband fully embodied, Brandon Lee fully embodied, that's my husband. Max Spears walking in and out of the room. Okay, Max Spears alive in a physical body that I can touch. River Phoenix alive in a body I can touch. Like all of my dead friends alive in a body and I can touch it. In and out, walking in and out of portals, walking in and out of space realms, walking up and down the gates of Amenti, going up and down, flying all the way back up to Fantasia and flying all the way down, okay? Like going to the deepest dimensions of hell. I am desperate for all of it. I am desperate for my game to be alive. I am desperate for my game to be fucking alive. That's what I fucking want, okay? Like a croissant in Italy sounds nice and all, but like I just want my game to be fully alive, fully empowered to be itself. I mean, I'm not saying that. Somebody else is saying that. Maybe I'll agree with it in a few days. I just want my game to be on and alive, and I want to be able to control the goddamn fucking sky like a screen. I don't want it to just come on once in a while. Okay, you guys gotta fight back. It's serious. You have to fight back. You have to say what your wants and desires and your needs are and not listen to the voices. You know what I mean? Like, can we stop giving credit to the voices and like start taking credit ourselves? Like, you sound like an asshole, okay? Like, if you're not worshiping Alyssa, then no, you can, okay? I mean, go right ahead, okay? Let me just suck your fucking stupid fake um superpower back anyway. Like, that's why they say stupid stuff like that. They're already like falling. It's like they're like so far that like they can't like, I mean, like, really? Is that really like a person? Did you see her do it once in a dream, Danny, and you thought she was the real thing? Like, and you were like, oh, but like Alyssa thinks she's her. Like, she's got something coming to her. Like, no, because it is me. It's literally me. All right. Thank you for having a panic attack and a heart attack from just me talking. It really does prove that I am the most powerful one in the room just by talking. Okay, so my dream last night was I was with Brandon in the 80s. He married someone else and had kids with them. Okay, so Brandon took me to um, okay, so if you're in line, you should be wanting to worship me and support me, and you should not want to um, be wanting to leave the room. Okay, like it's normal to want to worship God, and it's normal to want to support God, and it's normal to want to support your mom and to support the truth of the universe. That's a very normal thing. And I don't want any like people from the negative side to make you guys feel disempowered or make you guys feel less than, or you know, that's why we have the upper dimensions in the room to try to help us realize that like we can come alive in the 3D universe, okay? And it's not just like a movie, okay, like Marvel and DC superheroes and stuff. They're not just movies. They're actually real. People do have superpowers. And if somebody ends up listening to all of us and is like, I'm just gonna pretend to be in line until the very end, well, then guess what? We'll get to be embodied, and we'll rearrange the team the way we want it to be. You know what I'm saying? So like, why worry about that? There's fail-safe space traps the entire way. When they say something wrong and I hear it and I say it back to them, it's also eating them. So that's also a way that they lose their superpower. Again, I'm like over explaining the game to myself, but they're like, you don't need to get like that worried or that depressed about that kind of stuff, because there's lots of ways to skin a cat, so to say. Okay, so I was in China with Brandon. Do you guys remember that Brandon said he wanted to take me to China? And I said that the other day. Why does water make me burp? I don't know. It's because we're processing a lot of data, a lot of data. Okay, so oh my God, I'm getting so sleepy. Okay, so oh my God. So we went to China, and oh my God, guys, I don't think I can finish this because I'm getting so tired again. Okay, so I went to China with Brandon, and um I think we were in Bruce Lee. I think Brandon was in Bruce Lee's body. It was actually obviously Brandon. It was Brandon and me, Alyssa and Brandon. I told you we jump into other people's bodies and we see ourselves. And so what Brandon was in, it's sort of like that movie, The Demon Within, right? No, it's what's inside, right? The one I just talked about, how they show that in the movie, like they're not stealing my ideas, like they don't owe me 17 million. Yes, you owe me 17 million. I'm describing it right now, and it's real. It's a real thing, and you got it from me because I am God. Um, so we were in China, and he was in his father's body, Bruce's body, and I think I was in Linda's body, his mom's body. But we were in China, and we were like, I was Linda, and I was watching him have two. He had two sons from another woman, and they were Chinese, and we were in China. I don't know if we were in Hong Kong or what, but um, I didn't get the address. Okay, guys. So sorry. So he had two sons with another woman, a Chinese woman, and I don't know if he like actually introduced them to Linda or not, but like she was just like, "Why do you want to have kids with me? And like, why do you want to get married to me if you already have kids with this other woman?" And he had it was two sons, and like I remember like petting like the son's hair and being like, "Hi, you're okay," and stuff. And he was like, so Brandon and Bruce's body was like a completely different person. He was like not nice to me at all, and he was like cheating on me all the time, and he was arrogant and just like making me like feel really unvalued and really unloved and stuff. A lot like that girl in Joy Luck Club. Um, I don't know if you guys ever watched Joy Luck Club, the movie, but it's one of my favorite movies. It's me, one of me and Brandon's favorite movies. And um, there's this scene with this girl. So naughty, naughty, got me young. I don't know the words. Okay. But this girl is singing at this that's my impersonation of her singing, and that's the best I could do in matching the Chinese language. Okay, I'm so sorry because that's probably offensive to some people, and I'm so sorry, but my husband's Chinese. Okay, like I'm talking, oh my God, I'm talking in human terms. It's so funny. um So that scene where like that really handsome guy that looks like Brandon Lee and he dates the really pretty Chinese girl that similar to my face structure, so it's definitely like a Brandon and Alyssa team up in that scene, and he's like really mean and awful to her, and he's cheating on her, and he like brings home all these different women and stuff like that. So that's how like their relationship was in China and with Linda. And I was just like, and like, but it was Brandon in me. And I was like, Brandon, it's not working. Like, you have to become a god. Like, can you become a god, please? And Brandon, like, was like, like that. And like, was like, becoming a god. So I guess it was in the, I don't know, it was in the 60s or the 70s. Um, he was born in 65. So I'm not really sure, but, um, yeah, so that was like an interesting memory from Bruce and Linda, and it correlated with a scene from Joy Luck Club. Kind of my one of my favorite scenes from Joy Luck Club. And every time I had to stop watching that movie because Brandon would yell at me because there's like a lot of like mean husbands in that movie, and um, I would watch that movie, and Brandon would start to yell at me. And during that scene too with that guy, he'd start coming through that. He started coming through that guy that looks like him in Joy Luck Club, and he'd be like, "Stop remembering this. Stop watching this movie. Knock it off. You have to stop watching this movie." And I was just like, "Okay, I will stop remembering this and stop watching that movie." And it was like, um, and it was like Enter the Dragon 2 months later. Yeah, that's when he started like screaming at me through the TV. I was like, okay, Brandon, I'll stop. But that was similar to 2000 and that must have been 2012, 2012, 2013, 2014. Must have been 2012, I think, or 2013. And same thing. I was like crying over a guy on the couch. And one of my dead grandmothers came forward and she was like, "You have to stop crying about men. You're ruining your own future. You can't cry about men." And I was like, "Yeah, but this guy like really broke my heart." And yeah. And now, like, I think I'm allowed to cry again. But like for a while, for years, I wasn't allowed to cry because of my bioweapon, my bioweaponing. And I would get a headache every time I would cry. And it's like people attacking me. Like, oh my God, the princess is crying. Stop crying. But it's like, no, stop making me cry. Stop making the princess cry. Stop making the princess angry. Stop making the princess want to remember when men were mean to her. Like that kind of thing. Brandon will mesh energy with the problem. And that's what he was doing with Joy Luck Club. And he was also like letting planet Earth know, like we're warning ourselves basically. We're never warning me because I'm always going to be okay, but we're warning you, humanity, like you need to get in line and you need to worship me, the princess, okay? And stop worshiping my husband, Brandon Lee. Celebrity worship. You're worshiping my fucking husband right now. Like, what do you mean you're worshiping my husband? What do you mean we're worshiping your husband? What do you mean celebrity worship? You're worshiping Timothy Chalamet. You're worshiping Ezra Miller. You're worshiping Leonardo DiCaprio. You're worshiping, Brandon Lee still. Like you are literally worshiping my husband. It's celebrity worship. Like taking pictures of them, watch where they're going, watch what they're doing, da 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 da. Like there's nobody taking my picture, like worshiping me. That's celebrity worship. Okay, that's exactly what I mean. It is happening again. Alyssa and Brandon are warning you again. It is happening again because of her download right now from China. No, you were not all in China with me last night, so shut the fuck up. Um, You know what I mean? You guys all had the same dream last night. No, you didn't. He grew to become a god, and it was still arrogant and dramatic and dreadful. Nothing like Brandon when he was becoming god. It was just stupid looking, not when he becomes a god. Like, it's just not Brandon. Okay, like it's Brandon meshing with the arrogant energies of his father, Bruce Lee. um, sorry, I'm really. I think that got Claire worried, a little worried, but sorry. It's a really pretty song, and like I just don't know Chinese very well, and like ni hao, that's like what I know, ni hao. Um, but like I like always think about like I always fantasize about Brandon teaching me Chinese, Cantonese. And he said it fell to the river. Do you recall? I said, no, Brandon, I don't recall. And then, like, when I woke up and I was sitting in bed and I was like, did Bruce have more children? And Brandon was sitting next to me this morning in bed and he was like, yeah, it seems like it. So we are in on it. You know, the holy couple's in on it. I don't know what else to tell you guys, but we're definitely in on it. This is making somebody very upset and like giving people heart palpitations. Obviously, it wasn't just Bruce Lee, it was like a bunch of men. Obviously, Alyssa's allowed to get angry and Alyssa's allowed to get upset, okay, because I am God. So, it's not like stop remembering this. It's stop making me remember that. Stop making men like stop crying, princess. No, stop making me upset. Stop getting angry, princess. No, stop making me angry. Okay. Stop being so confused, princess. No, stop confusing me. Um, I'm allowed to have my feelings. You're not allowed to tell me to not have my feelings. Okay. So, oh, that just made my company, I don't know, light up into like a bright green. Alyssa's allowed to have her feelings. You are not allowed to have your feelings, okay, towards the princess. You're allowed to have your feelings towards other people, whatever. You're not allowed to like be angry, be manipulative, be scary, be intimidating, be anxious, be manipulative. I already said that. Be a liar, be a cheater, be mean, be derogatory, be condescending, all of the above towards me, Alyssa Janelle, the princess, okay? Um, those are all illegal things to do. And keep saying we're going to make the game boring by actually being able to fly. Like, how funny is that? Like, oh my God, Alyssa, I can't get angry at you. Like, the game is going to be so boring. Like, yeah, I look really bored when I'm flying, don't I? When everybody's worshiping me and supporting me and I can actually fly, right? I look so bored. Like, please, like, just intend to like dissolve into light right now, if that's you. The energy is receding. So we were talking about like, so this morning I decided to put on River Phoenix um, interviews since, let me guess, Brandon Lee was cheating on you and had two kids with a Chinese girl, and you don't want to admit it, Alyssa. If you're Brandon Lee's child or you think you're Brandon Lee's child, please do me the honor of coming forward and let's get you blood tested, okay? Let's do it. Again, you're like being so fucking stupid. It's amazing. We were in Hong Kong or We were in China. I think we were in Hong Kong, but I just said it was Bruce and Linda. Um, she doesn't want to believe that Brandon would cheat on her. I believe that Brandon would cheat on every stupid bitch he ever dated because that's how we work. That's how we roll because you are not important. The only person that's important is the princess. That's me, Alyssa Janello, okay? Eliza Hutton, like, I don't want to say your name. Like, I don't, like, again, you're breathing. Like, what? What are we talking about here? Um, oops. Okay, so yeah, I do believe he cheated on you. I do believe Brandon would have cheated on you, and I would have cheated on you too. You're not that pretty. You know, your breath is repulsive, so I would have cheated on you as well. Okay, like I totally regret not cheating on my shitty boyfriends when like a hot guy would hit on me. So like hopefully Brandon was smarter than me and he actually cheated on you. Is that what you want me to say? Like you're a blip on a fucking you're a pixel. You're a pixel. You know what I mean? Like I like oh he would cheat on you, Alyssa. He would totally cheat on you. Like what are you talking about? He was getting angry at himself because he was like, "Oh my god, I can't believe I'm getting married." Okay, so anyway, I turned on Rivers. Enough about the stupid girls. Like you guys do that for my attention or something. Like I don't want you in line. I don't care about you. Like I don't want you to talk. I definitely don't want you to talk to the media. I don't want you to think like, you know, that your human life with Brandon Lee was ever special or anything like that. Like that's obviously not permitted. Um, okay, so I guess there's downloads that they're going to get back from that group of women. Like, you know, they're like the whole fucking movie of The Crow is a real life story. Like she was dealing with rent control. There was a couple that was dealing with rent control and they got smashed on by a bunch of gangsters for trying to help low income housing people. It's like basically what I'm doing right now. It's kind of hilarious, okay? The energy is receding. So we were talking about the forehead and stuff. Because I was watching videos with River this morning and we're talking about the forehead. And River sort of has like a three-finger forehead. And so we're talking about that, like with a four-finger forehead and like a two-finger forehead, like stupid faces, ugly face, Sandra Bullock's two-finger forehead. And River's saying the energy is receding, and that's why the foreheads are getting bigger. The energy is receding and going back up to space. Linda is pulling the energy down superficially, and you know the Linda group, they think they are whatever, and so like Sandra, like obviously went and got a forehead reduction. Again, very like super to superficially show that they're pulling space down, but you're literally not pulling space down, okay? Um, yes, everything is recorded, okay? Like literally, not, okay. I guess this is like 101 or whatever, because Ryan used to always say this, but it's true. Like literally everything is recorded and everything is known, and nothing you do is in private. And nothing, there's no private conversations ever anywhere. And you should know that like if you're being like abusive or like saying something like, you know, in your house in private with your wife or whatever, and like you think it's like a private conversation, like nothing is private and like literally everything is known. And and you can't hide anything. Okay, so like, you know, I mean, you should know that by now. Like you have higher selves on you, like white on rice. Okay, I guess Ryan wants me to help fold him again. Um, so anyway, she superficially had her forehead reduced to show that she was controlling space and controlling the space narrative by like doing the ancient Atlantis, ancient Lemuria thing. And you know, she said she didn't want to co-parent. She wanted to parent all by herself and everything like that. And so you have to go get plastic surgery to get that done because you're doing it superficially. You're not doing it like with outer space tech or whatever. And they did say the same thing when I got my boob job, okay? Because I can hear you guys talking about my boob job. Well, why did you get your boob job? Blah, blah, blah. I can hear you guys talk about it through the fucking screen. They said the same exact thing after I got it done. They were like, we should have done that in space. Okay? They got in trouble. They got in trouble, okay? They were supposed to do my boob job in space. So there you go. I think that's it for the day. Because Brandon is my husband and I am the one molecule. So it's supposed to happen right now, okay? And that's why everybody's want Alyssa and they're erasing the Anunnaki right now. Okay, so the Anunnaki is being completely erased and it's just one Alyssa right now. It's just all Alyssa right now. Okay, so everybody's name is Alyssa, and yes, that makes you worry because you can lose your power even quicker when we're calling everyone Alyssa because like your name's Alyssa, right? You're as powerful as me, and you have a say just like me, so your name's Alyssa, right? Like you have a say just like me, right? Like oh my god, the game's gonna get so boring. I've never been so fucking bored in my fucking life that I wanted to go to like Argentina and eat a croissant. Are you kidding me? This is maddening to me. This is so boring. Okay. All I do is sit here and talk and yell at you guys. I should be able to fly by now. I should be able to harness my powers. I should be able to cause an earthquake in my room right now if I wanted to. And I want Brandon Lee to walk in. Let's see. Brandon Lee walk in right now. I see like a shadow of him. So 3D is still overpowering me, okay? So you guys are jerks. Alyssa, I love you so much. I just want you to know that.